2004 till you stepped into the room. And I didn't show, but I wanted to know everything I could about you. See, I was told the dreams were made to be believed in, so I put every single dream in you.
I met this wonderful girl, Jacqueline Atire, my Musheshe from Rukunjiri. That was on 7th. No, that was July 2021. I don't remember the exact date. Probably 7th.
It was lunch hour. We were in the second lockdown.
That was COVID. I remember, I think all of us were essential workers. My Jackie was also one of the essential workers, and I remember that day very well. It's just so vivid. It's just like yesterday. I remember that day. I was in office. I was busy at my desk answering to some emails and doing some work. And she walks in with one of our workmates. We used to share a workspace in the office. I think her name is Steph. She's actually our matron.
We found there quite a number of them. Dr. Aziz, Dr. Henry, Dr. Morris. There was Carol, Princess.
I think they were on one of those, they were from basically one of those marketing sprees of theirs. So they came in, I think it was around lunch break.
They were having lunch. They told us they can order for us lunch. Me actually, I refused their food. I told them I'm satisfied. I don't need food. And then hey, mama, go away, Panka. I told them, no, it is okay. Then Ted said, do you know what? I know by the way this lady is single. Ono Jack is single. Nembagamba noted abalimba nze nina n'abaana bange nga babiri. And we ended it there.
So I remember watching her closely. Just over the brim of my eye, not wanting to be noticed that I was looking at her. But she was like, oh, I need to go because I'm going to be late for my next assignment. In my heart, I was like, maybe this one. Tasobola kutuulako at least netugetinga okwemanyaamanyamuko naye ekyo ebyo byali bya mutipa gwange byali munda. So I remember there is a time we got a tender, Dr. Morris, my colleague, got a tender, and he was supposed to be making supplies somewhere, but I think the deliveries were supposed to be quick.
So Dr. Morris called me again. I think there is an order he wanted to give me. It was for some pharmacy starting up in Jinja or some Arabs. So I went, but I think it was Dr. Henry who was behind that deal because he's the one who proposed to Dr. Morris to call me because he told me afterwards.
The Jack said, I have come to learn that is nature. Always abikola na speed. Ate abayagala kuli concluding bigwe mangu.
So when I went and we did the quotation and everything, that evening he told me I can drop you home because it was around 7:30. It was late. He told me I can drop you home. So we went. He dropped me and he was asking me questions. Even asked me for my number by the way, and I didn't give it to him. Nagano mo number yesterday. I'll get it from Teddy. So fortunately, we're all taking the same route. Gayaza Road. Was going to Gayaza. I was going to Gayaza Road. So he dropped me, but he didn't reach home. So from that time, we have a number yange. He called me again. Nangamba, can I drop you home? Are you going home? Sometimes I would say you can drop me. Sometimes I would say I have means.
And from there, story after we yatandikira awo mpola ne tugenda nga tubuildinga okwemanya. No kubanga we take it a notch higher. I remember suggesting, actually, I think it was sometime in September. Mugamba naye lwaki tetugendako out. Ezikira olunaku olwo twali tuorganizinzeyo a trip twali tugenda mu Eastern Uganda eyo ku City Falls. Mugamba lwaki tetwegattako. So olunaku olwo nakkiriza because I think naye yali ayagala nnyo adventure, so we went out for an exploration at CP Falls naye with a couple of our friends, and it was really one of those very wonderful moments we had on a trip where traveling together, taking the trek through the hills of CP and Kapchora.
And from that time we started being close. He told me, I'm inviting you to my church. That is Watoto, downtown where he was praying from. So he told me, I'm inviting you to my church. You can come. And we'll go. And I first hesitated. Now I was like, I don't want to associate with Barokole. Most of them, someone comes from church, then they reach nebakole ebintu byolabanga tebikwatagana ne bye babulira mu church. So I was hesitant, but later I accepted. So I accepted the invite. We went to church.
I can say nti omutima gwange gwasanyuka kuba ebbanga ddene tegwali musanyufu, naye okuva lwe nasanga mwana muwala ono, I think waliwo ekituli ku mutima kye yazibikira ekyali tekifunanga mukisa kuzibikibwa.
I'm a lucky man, wondering how did I get you? We made it this far, and now we're standing hand in hand. Yeah. No doubts in my heart that I found the one that's heaven sent. And today is your day. You look beautiful in that dress, baby. Yeah, I fell for an angel. Only 2 words for me to say. I'ma say it to your face. I do. I'ma say it to your face. I do.
Around 2022, in around May, he was started telling me, December will drop you to your home. I'm like, now this one, you just want to drive your fuel. And he dropped me to my home in Rukonjiri, all those like around 378 kilometers. You drive, you drop me home, then you come back to Kampala. I was like, it is okay. Then he told me, I will. Then around September 4, he proposed. I was like, I want to marry a good girl. And in my mind, I was like, no. I told him, I don't need marriage. I don't need marriage. I want to give birth to my kids, but I don't need marriage. So December reached, he dropped me home as he had promised. He dropped me home. He gave me shopping. Went to Rukonjiri. Then the next year he did the same actually, 2023 the same. He also dropped me at home in Rukonjiri. Then I was like, this commitment. The commitment was too much. But he's a nice person anyway. So beginning of 2024 he told me, I want to bring cows to your museum. I want to bring cows. I want to send a letter. I want to marry you. I want you to give me kids. I want a photocopy from you. So me, I thought it was a joke. And he told me we can do in May. So when it was around Feb, he told me, no, I think May is very far. Let's do March. So on 9th March 2024, they came home in Nkojili and they paid a visit. That is, here people in the central call it Kuchala, but ours we call it Kugambo Vjenyi. And on that very day, he paid the bride price, he paid all the cows, they asked him, the goats, actually they don't demand him. And I'm very grateful for that. Natukkiriza kye yalina okukola. Then in May, we did kwanjula, that is 18th May, oba kuhinjira, ne bamumpa officially.
So I can say, and I feel it in my spirit, ti nafuna omuntu gwe nali nnoonya, nali njagala, era eyamba essanyu, era akimanyi nti tugenda kutambuza ekintu kino n'essanyu n'obumalirivu ate nga tukisimbye ne mu Katonda.